Welcome back to News Geelong. In just over an hour's time, the Geelong Supercats will play Brisbane in a C-Ball Championship game worth a lot more than just the 4 points on the court. We caught up with head coach Jamie O'Loughlin. Jamie, we're wedged between two doubleheader weekends. A lot's happening in the world of basketball in Geelong. Tell us about the last weekend. One win and unfortunately that loss on the road.
Yeah, look, we have a period here with 6 games in 20 days, and that's tough. So far, we've won 2 and lost 2 in that period. But the good thing for us is that, that from the first weekend to the second weekend, the team's made some really good steps forward, and we're finding, how it is we're going to have to play, in this home stretch. This coming weekend, another 2 games. So, another challenge. But, the timing's good for us, really, to get a lot of games in, to just try to refine a few things and get ourselves set for what will hopefully be a successful playoff run. Yeah, well, we're in second place at the moment, and Brisbane have fought back really strongly in the last 2 months to string together a heap of wins. So they've moved into third place, and they're trying to take second spot off us. It's going to be a big challenge. Young Scott Kenny, who's an outstanding shooter, who looks like he's ready-made to move into the NBL. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't move over there for the next season. But he's shooting the ball unbelievably well, and their import has really come into his own of late. And then, of course, former Supercat Dan George is playing really well. Dan George, who played for us here and was part of our 2010 All-Seabull Championship or National Championship team, he's recently recovered from testicular cancer, and he's had to fight that battle over the last couple of years, and looks like it's he's won that battle. He started a foundation, Still I Rise, which is to raise funds and awareness for testicular cancer, and we're doing something here on the Friday night. Teams will play in yellow and black and to represent the foundation, and there'll be some merchandise on sale there to try to raise some funds. And we want to really support Dan because he's a championship player from our club and someone that's near and dear to our hearts, and so we'll continue to support him and his foundation. And Friday night's the chance for Geelong people to come down and support that foundation and raise the awareness for testicular cancer.
Thanks for that, Jamie. Just 1 hour till tip-off. It's exciting times. We'll now cross to Cardinia Park with another Geelong coach, AFL coach Chris Scott.
It's really positive. Chappie is going to play some VFL footy this Friday night, but really it's match practice for him this week. He'll probably play 2 or 3 quarters and work his way back into it, and then we'll need to sit down and discuss his program in a little bit more detail. Obviously we've got an overview of how we plan to bring Chappie back into the AFL team, but we need to work through the detail after he's played a bit of game time. But Chappie's position is looking much more positive than it has at any stage this season, really. Yep. It was only dire in the sense that it might continue. It was early enough in the season for him to have enough time to get back to full fitness. He's been training at an intense level for quite a number of weeks now, so we're very confident that his fitness is going to be at a good enough level. But the unknown is what happens when he comes back into high-level football and how his match fitness is and all those sort of things. He's certainly got the potential to do that, but he'd want to come in before September. Yeah, I'd be surprised if he came in and played a final without having played AFL football in the lead-up. But we're only round 17 of a 23-round season, so that there is plenty of time for him to come back and play some decent footy. But at the end of the day, we will pick our best team for the finals based on a whole number of factors and on merit. Chappie's history will count for a little bit, but it'll only be a little bit. We've got some young players who are playing well at AFL level, and we've got to make sure that we're not blinded by the big names when we decide who's of best value to the team in that moment. This year? No, that's clear. No, we've known that all along. No, I'm not sure who suggested that was even on the table. No, they're only reinforcing what we've been told for a long time. Does it completely take it off the table forever? I'd be very surprised if that was the case, but no one at Geelong was thinking that we're in a position to get a home final this year. The MCG will do us fine. Joel Corey will train today and trained over the weekend as well. Seemed pretty good from his recovery with the knock to the head, so we'd think he would be likely. Corey Enright, we think will come back as well. He's yet to train, but he's had a download with that foot issue, but we're confident based on his history that he'll be okay after the week off. Matty Stokes, a little bit more in doubt probably with his groin issue, but a chance. And the other one was Alan Christensen. Yeah, he's probably the one in most doubt. So he hasn't done much work at all yet. So that one will be 50-50 at best. Not out of the question that we bring him straight back into the AFL, even after the week off and even after the performances of Simpson and Blitzarves, which have been of a really high standard. Probably 50-50 I'd say at this stage. Probably, yeah, but we're not ruling out the idea of bringing in West and Vardy. We think that those four ruckmen in particular, along with Josh Walker probably, give us some real alternatives. They're not similar type ruckmen. They all offer different attributes. So West will be in contention, but as I said after the game on Saturday, Trent West is an important part of our calculations leading into the end of the season. So if he's fit and healthy, I guarantee he'll play AFL football before the finals. I don't listen to it. I think that there's some ill-informed comment out there. There's so much comment now that if you listen to it all, one, you wouldn't have much time to do anything else. But there are a few people that you listen to, and the majority you don't. With all due respect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for that, Chris. Exciting times ahead against Adelaide. Well, that's it for sport this Friday evening. Thanks for joining us. Back to the studio, Rollo.
And thank you, Alex, for that sports report. And now it's down to Ian Nichols at the Cattery, where Geelong Cats and Collingwood Magpies in the VFL will take place at Simmons Stadium. All takings going to the Casey Tatungi Future Fund.
South Barwon Footy Club, they did it for Casey Tatungi out at Newtown, and I guess the same sort of passion will apply to the Geelong VFL side.
Yeah, they're an amazing club, South Barwon. We've watched a couple of their games since Casey's incident, and two massive wins over Bell Park and Newtown. Great culture. We think we've got a great culture here in the VFL system as well. So we're just looking to really get the job done. Get to Simmons, do a good job. Obviously thinking of him always, and hopefully it's a great result for us.
Paul Chapman trained today, and we're going to obviously see how he pulls up tomorrow in regards to him running out Friday night. Obviously being out for a long time, we've just got to make sure that everything's right before Paul plays. So Gordon Schroeder, Josh Cowan will also come into the equation for this weekend. So both have missed 1 week and I think 2 weeks respectively, so it'd be great to have them boys back in the lineup. And also Jared Rivers, there's a fair chance that Jared will run out for us again in his second game back from a long knee rehab. So it'd be really good to have those three players in the lineup playing good footy. They're a great side. They've obviously got us this year, and also some other big scalps throughout the year as well. They've sort of had guys like Didak and the likes really lead them throughout the year as well. Strong VFL list, having Goldsack and I think Lockie Keefe's back as well. So they've got some really important players. I think Jordan Russell's there as well. So we'll do a lot of work on them as well to make sure we're ready to go. But I think the best way we've been going about this year is just being really concentrating on what we're doing well, making sure that's consistent, not dropping our standards. And we do that, we're going to be competitive against any side of AFL level.
Thank you, Nico. It should be a great game. Go the Cats. On the punt this week takes us to the home of racing at Flemington, where Uncle Jim tips us race 2, horse number 11. It's called Razzle Dazzle Rock. So good luck, you rockers. Thank you for being with us tonight on News Geelong. Watch out for the Geelong and District Footy League netball and footy programs tomorrow morning, beginning at 8 o'clock through until 9 o'clock. To all the teams playing off in tomorrow's traditional rivalry round, Battle of the Bridge included, enjoy your sport and the likely conditions you will play in great winter sport, and remember to take your time and smell the flowers. From all the team at News Geelong, stay safe and a very good night.